Hey friends, Fui here once again. Welcome back to episode 3 of our Touhou Puppet Dance Performance Shard of Dreams playthrough. Last we left off, we had explored around the human village just a little bit, and got a few new members of our party here, such as Kokoro, and we got Kane. Not much else to really say but about that side of things, but we did end up talking to Aku, the head of the Haida Manor, and she didn't really give us too much interesting information, but after we left, we found out that there were some troublemakers running around the village, so we encountered the group of them. They ran away, except for Cirno, which we defeated in a puppet battle. They seem to call themselves the Puppet Liberation Front. We're not sure what that could mean, but we're going to find out as we go along. So, that's the exit to town right there. We ran around to different points of town. We probably want to start by going... Let's try clockwise. Ooh, here we go. They found us again. Dai, it's your turn. Dai being for Daiose. Great Fairy. Cirno may have lost, but that would be your last win. Now, play with me. Puppet Liberation Front Daiose would like to battle. Without Cirno. Go figure. Yeah, I'm probably being Daiose. But we have a chance at winning this. Not a good chance, but a chance. Not so good if she outspeeds us and does that kind of damage. I will try again. Nope, okay, so she's just going to keep doing Frost Edge. That's a bad sign. Well, then it's time to swap off. Don't want to use. We'll get Sage out there. Frost Edge, thankfully doesn't do well. Okay, normally wouldn't do that much damage, but I guess if you're just going to burst through all my crit. Poison boost, because poison is actually strong against water, and what else is poison strong against? You said nature, you were absolutely correct. Also, props to knowing that she's nature themed. I'm going to abuse the game a little bit here and get a little bit of experience for the ones I really care about. Especially since Daiose is about to go down. Now, if she has used the nature type ability she definitely has, I don't remember the name of, it would be pretty damaging against Nazarene. She's going to use it now probably, and it's not going to work. Parasite. A little bit of minor healing, not a big deal. Alright, and we're going to plop Aya in, and that'll be it. Not as worth it changing out for two puppet fights, but this time around, until we get a good base on her, I guess we're going to go ahead and do so. Note that nature is bad against wind. Now, wind isn't strong against nature in terms of damage, but I'm still going to crunch her. And good night. Defeated Daiose. Get that good experience gain. Oh, I lost, even though I was really confident. Puppet Liberation Front will liberate all the enslaved puppets. We will win! What do you think about that? Yeah, I agree. Now, it might look like we're getting a little bit over-leveled. Trust me, the EXP shared does raise you a little bit, but in the long run, you'll actually balance out pretty well. Because mid and late game, especially post-game, in the second, when you're kind of tackling the second storyline, that's when things start to really even out, and then if you haven't been using it properly, you can even get overcome by the boost. Plus we'll be doing a lot more skipping of normal fights. Okay, so obviously having heal spot will make use of it. This one, yes, counterclockwise. Clockwise is the one. You just don't know when to quit, do you? Beat them up, Wriggle. Wriggle being the bug, so to speak. I guess it's my turn. Release your puppets now. If you don't, I'll fight you. He wants us to release our puppets. I don't know what that could mean. Okay, so nature didn't really matter. I should just be able to scatter beam, do some good damage. Again, special attack is not her strong point, and now she's boosting up against special their spread attack. But should still be able to kind of better. And now here comes the healing, but not going to do that much. Oh, chunk. This will be out damage the heal. Good game to you. And here comes Virgo, which I believe is Nature Dark, if memory serves. I could be wrong on that second. There's Apple Bomb, but it missed. Apple Bomb being a Nature type ability. Now, that's an example of, that's right, it's Dark, because Void is bad against Dark. So I could keep her out there, or I could just give Aya a nice little leg up. Not gonna bother changing out right now because it doesn't matter. Ooh, now that is a bad thing. Dead of Night is not a good ability to go against, because their evasion rises. And if you're familiar with Pokemon games, thankfully we didn't have to deal with that, but if her evasion kept rising, it would get very, very hard to hit her. But thankfully, not an issue. Can't believe I've lost. How was I supposed to win? Maybe I would have won if I did this instead. Arrgh, it's too hard. I agree, it is pretty hard. Well, interestingly enough, clockwise is no longer the answer. Not entirely. Instead, we're going to kind of go right up here. It's actually right on the way, so I have literally no reason not to pop in for a quick heal. And again, if you're on your own playthrough and you're in more of a hurry, you could skip some of the healing stops, but I can literally just walk 2 steps and get a heal. I have no reason not to. I doubt I'm going to need it, but I will save. Let's see. You're still not tired of chasing us? Go get them, Mistia. One by one they shall fall. It's finally my time to shine. Now you, the puppet-carrying human, listen to my song and be terrified. Yes, her song, I forget exactly what it does. Terrorizes humans and makes them kind of freeze so she can eat them. I don't exactly remember. Sorry, Mistia. I don't have as good memory of Touhou 8. So, I'm going to Scatter Beam. It's not going to work. How am I doing that? It works out just fine, though. Okay, so I'm just going to swap over to Seja and Crunch. That's unfortunate, but not necessarily concerning yet. It will be concerning if she keeps doing that and I keep missing, which I've had happen and it's caused issues in the past. But I hit. Done. Good game. Mistia sent out. Yes, Mistia. Now I don't want to actually kill her. We're just gonna hit her once or twice. That is sound. That could be bad. I'm gonna still change I in for experience, but sound would not be ideal. Why sound bad? Because sound. Oh, actually, 2 names. Okay, sound enemies, I don't know why, they just usually hurt pretty bad, but thankfully wind is good against sound. So we're done. Alright, and good, I got the level for Aya I was hoping for, and Kokoro got it as well. Nope, that didn't work at all. I bet I would have won if it was nighttime. Stop looking at it like that. You weren't thinking about making grilled sparrow on me, were you? Yum. I'm kidding. I prefer fried chicken. Alright, there's our last heal. So, let's take a look. I know Kane and Kroko both got stuff. Just so you can see. Moody is actually pretty good because it raises one random stat sharply, the other one falls. But Poker Face is pretty nice. I don't want to get blinded or whatnot, so we'll keep it on there. Now, Spiral Strike is her first big good damage dealer, because that's going to be not only stab boosted, type boosted, but it's also going to be a stronger and fighting type, which fighting is good against a good number of enemies. Another type being the one where it's immune to, but Also bad against wind, poison, and illusion. Does good damage to earth, steel, and dark. So, pretty useful in the upcoming fights. Now, up over to Kane. What do you have? Angel Adder. That's also very useful because that's their type ability. Oh, I forget, was Kane actually light? No, she's just pure steel, that's what I thought. But, you know, hey, we'll take extra damage, why not? Okay, so... get down over here. Remember that one little side area coming right over here? This is where we're going to have to go. Now, you might not think Rumia is scary, but she is actually going to be our first boss fight, or more or less, of the game. Your petty resistance is getting annoying. Your interference with our agenda stops right here. Yes, I am the leader, Rumia. I don't look like a leader at all, you say? Ah, now you're just being irritating. Anyway, I'm the leader, and this is a leader-level duel. You can tell it by the music. It starts off with Cirno. Okay, so... fighting isn't necessarily good or bad against this. It's just going to do good damage, so we're doing good damage. That, however, does a lot more damage. But not good enough to stop me. Now note that I'm actually not using my boost instead, I'm using spread attack, so... is what it is in this case. But he's not getting the full boost, which is one of the reasons why he's going to be a lot better later on than right now. Rumia, ooh, I could use you against that, but I'm not going to risk it. Rumia, I want to counter. You know what? Kane should be a good counter to Rumia. Theoretically. Does not impact my strategy, so barrier up all you want, because you're about to go down. That could be a problem. Okay, good, so we still burst it past. Yeah, not quite a one-shot, but pass through the barrier. So there's our super effective hit of the day. Barrier up, oh darn. Then I'm using focus attack damage, so spread attack does, or spread defense is whatever. Do as much as you want to return. Okay, so second most dangerous, I would argue. You are dangerous to me. I don't want to leave you out there, so I'm going to go to Aya. Because that's going to do like 3 damage. Oh, not even. Ready. So probably not going to one-shot, but it's going to be... oh, or one-shot. Remember that big damage boost we gave her last video? That's what happened. Now sound, so this is going to crunch you. Oh no. There's an example of certain abilities. That one absorbs wind-type damage, so it effectively nullifies her weakness. Oh wait, why am I doing shield up? That's not what I wanted to do. No, I'm giving them free turns. Have fun. But I still have Yang energy, which is not good, but whatever. I can chunk her. So while we're waiting for this to kind of blow through here, so sound is bad against wind and light, and also sound itself. Sound is good against fighting and illusion, and warped, which comes up a lot more in the expansion. This warped was the expansion added typing. But also sometimes comes up in evolutions, like the extra evolutions especially. So we'll start seeing it possibly more as we go on to mid and then especially late game. Okay, so she's down. Virgo is dangerous, but I want to get to someone who can actually take out Virgo, so we're gonna... you know, I'm gonna pop Sage out. Nazarine's gonna start falling off now at this point in the game, so I'm not as worried about boosting her. Yeah, none of these are gonna be my long-term, except for Kokoro. So. Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't start with that. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go again. Should just use Contagion. I don't know. Oh god. Get dunked on. Oh, good, I hit. We're gonna stop that right now because again she's nature and dark. So and look at that big experience boost. I didn't bother with Kusame and Nazarene. Sorry, Nazarene, you were excellent at the start, but now at this point you're falling off. I lost? How could someone be that strong? Or what was the guideline on this again? All right, report first. Consider yourself lucky this time. I'm leaving. Run away. What do you think, Kokoro? That sounds about right. It could have went a lot better than that last one. Akio. I finally found you. I just heard that some of the Liberation Front members were hiding in the village. Oh my, you already kicked them out? Impressive. You are quite a talented puppeteer. Why, thank you. There's another thing I'd like to add. I just remembered that there is a place we're visiting. I was looking for you just to inform you about it. So you're interested after all? The place is nearby here, so please follow me. Yes, this way. This place is called Suzunan. It's a book rental store. There are books from outside that end up here, so this place is a treasure trove of information. Inside, there's a girl named Osuzu Motori. Please, go and visit her. From time to time, many mysterious books end up in here, so maybe the information you seek is here. Puppets have only begun appearing around here very recently. However, they could still be of some use to you. Well then, I too must continue my investigation. If you find anything, please come to my residence. I shall lend whatever strength that is necessary. And there she goes. Yep, we talked to her before. Okay. There's a lot of detailed books about yokai. Pretty sure it says that for all of them. Yep. Oh, I may have seen these books somewhere. Each shelf has different things. What languages? I can't read it. Oh, no sneaking around back. Well, let's talk to Kozuzu. Oh, okay. Or like this. Welcome. Do you need anything? Oh, you want information about the puppets. Yeah? You heard about me from Aku? I've also been researching the puppets by checking old documents, but I haven't seen anything like them. As a result, I haven't really been able to find anything. But, with sparkly eyes, there was one book that had something in it about puppets. It must be somewhat new as it just arrived recently. It was called Part 1. Well, logically, there must be more. An unprecedented puppet outbreak. Books written about them. And they're new. That can't all just be a coincidence. I just don't know the source or the author. From what I understand, this could be some sort of Yomo book. Don't joke about that. Ah, it's you. Excuse me. I heard something interesting, so naturally I couldn't help myself. Did you say there's information about the puppets written in that Yomo book? If that's the case, I might know something too. Really? Don't get too excited. It's only a rumor, but a Yomo book like that seems to be appearing in various places around Gensokyo. If you search, you might be able to find something out. As far as I know, there might be one under the supervision of the Hermit in the Divine Spirit Mausoleum. By the way, well, don't you seem to have some puppeteer knowledge? You were the rumored outsider who repelled the Liberation Front, aren't you? I see, so you say this person can collect these Yomo books. I'm being voluntold. Look at that. Ooh, yeah, right? Could you search for these Yomo books? You said you want more information about the puppets. How about it? If you bring them here to me, I'll decipher them all for you. Absolutely. Thank you. I'll be looking forward to it. Well then, shall I give you a little guidance? Finding the books will be hard after all. I'll be waiting outside, so come out when you're ready. Let us read the first one, though. Yomo books, the book written by yokai using characters humans can't read. I can read it, so if you find one, please bring it here. Oh, or do you want me to read one now? Absolutely. These are the books I can read for you now. Puppet Investigation, Chapter 1. Apparently, I've entered Gensokyo somehow. I also can't go home. That's just great. Not until I resolve this puppet incident, that is. I've been told to go over to the human village. Seems like that's the only way to begin. It seems to be someone's diary. Seeing how similar events mentioned in it, I think it could be related to the puppet incident. Even then, how does entering Gensokyo like they did work? Please ask me whenever you want to read them again. So, what do you think, Kosugi? Or, Kokoro? That's about right. So, here's the thing. So that is actually related to the New Game Plus storyline. So, the expansion Shard of Dreams added a second whole storyline on top of the main games, and made a few small adjustments to the flow of it. So it kind of interweaves in and out of the main game storyline, and then picks up in earnest after you beat the game. So, in this case, part 1, obviously we're going to be finding more, and we're going to be searching for a second one in a second. But, in this case, being written, it sounds very similar to our own journey. Very curious. Wink wink, New Game Plus. So, we'll have to see how that ties into things and, where exactly that will lead. It should be interesting, and... Oh, hey, Aku. With a question mark and a leaf on her head. I've been waiting for you. Why do you look so surprised? It's me. Right, I didn't introduce myself. I am Mamizo Futatsuya. Futatsu Iwa, there we go. Futatsu Iwa. Disguises are my specialty, and she's very good at it. Hey, you're heading to the Divine Spirit Mausoleum. To do that, you'll have to deal with the guard in the south of the village. For that, Haida's form will be the best. Come, stay behind me. But not that direction. Heading to the right. Up ahead, dangerous yokai pop out. It's dangerous to go... Ah, Master Haida? This person is my escort. They're a skillful user of puppets, so do not worry. Please let us pass. No, wait, you remembered. Go on ahead. Route 3, and suddenly back to normal. The Divine Spirit Mausoleum is just behind the Buddhist temple. From what I've heard, the Yoma book is in that... I'm going to butcher this one. Toyosa Tomimi no Miko's possession in there. I've got a lot to do, but I can't take you all the way there. Most people just call her Miko, by the way. Instead, I can at least heal your puppets before sending you off on your own. Thank you. I'll say it one more time. The Divine Spirit Mausoleum is behind the Buddhist temple. Don't get lost. And indeed, that is an odd place to find it, but yeah, not wrong. We'll touch on more why it's interesting in a little bit, but definitely turned out pretty dang well. Obviously, the end of it could have went a little bit better, but I've had worse parts where you just they build up like 6 different stacks of Dead of Night, and then it's a nightmare at that point to try and win. Now, a little bit about what just happened though. So now we can go back and forth between the town, no issues. No reason to really go back into town, but we can. In the meantime, let us take her good gift and go on by grabbing a bead necklace and getting in a fight. Will you dance with my puppet? Yokai Tsutsuji. I love her design, by the way. Tsutsuji sent out Kokoro. I also sent out Kokoro. Well, here's the issue. So, fighting actually isn't much of an issue, but fighting is neutral against fighting, and same with Void. That, however, is also good. And got a critical hit. That could be bad. Okay, that could definitely be bad because she's going to outspeed me now. And so she did. But this should finish her. And victory. Recently, I've been making puppets dance instead of paper. Alright. Wow, Kotohime appeared. I do not remember what type you are, so I'm going to start off with fighting. Oh, you are Nether, aren't you? Oh, no, I guess you're not Nether. I will seal you. Not planning to use you, but if I can grab you, I'm going to. So I should be relatively safe. Yeah, okay. I can finish her off and then change puppets for next fight. You know what? We'll do a good chunk of damage. Alright, new puppet sealed. And Kotohime will be put in the puppet box where she belongs. Throw Seija out. Now, one note, we haven't gotten it yet, but there is a book that you eventually get that will kind of act like a little mini puppet decks or Pokedex. Clarity Charm. If I remember right, that is very useful. That's a hold item. Oh, holdbacks. Oh, when did I get that? I don't remember. Can't be flinched. That's also very useful. Clarity Charm can recover from confusion, so it's also nice. So who do I want to not be flinched? I'm actually going to give you the Hope Mask, which makes kind of sense. And can't be confused. Well, recover from confusion. Guess I'll give it to Seja. Not great. Oh, not the orb. There you go. Done. What do you think, Seja? Yeah, I feel about the same. Now, this whole area is effectively... What you gotta say? As you go farther away from the human village, wild puppets get stronger. Riding is preventing. Make sure you're well prepared. Give a Jesus thing. Going a little farther. But this whole area is basically the expansion added in there. There was kind of a connection with the base game, I believe, where they kind of combined two routes into one. And the Graveyard area did exist. The whole storyline here did not, and so you had no reason to really go there until late in the game. And, of course, the actual Divine Spirit Temple didn't exist for whatever reason. If memory serves at least. All the free stuff and all the barrels. So it's interesting that, you know, they kind of added that in here and kind of made this a whole story area. Which means, of course, they changed the level of distribution a little bit. Which I kind of found fascinating, and it makes a really nice pacing. You don't have anything good, but I guess... oh, that's right, I had no money. Let me get money first. I'm gonna sell that. I will sell 4 watches. I'll sell 6 copper coins. And that gives me enough money to buy... I'll do 4. Not too far away from the point where I'm going to be able to get better ones, but no, that'll work. Nice flowers. Pointless lake, because you can't go across it. Also, one thing to note, there is no fishing in this game. My puppet's tail is so bushy and feels so good. Bushy tail, huh? Yokai Fuyo would like to battle. Yeah, she does have a bushy tail. And we're going to purple smog her. Oh, that is a good result. Not going to help out much, but always nice to see those trigger. Now, early on, you can see the difference in levels that it gives you. I mean, I'm thinking it hits a lot easier than if I would be close to even. I'll also say it's a little bit sturdier than Chocobo right now, I think. And that should do some good damage. Not Kagero, do I want to trade off for some experience? I can't really do it to Kokoro, so yeah, it's whatever. I'm pretty strong right now. And there's a win. You want to touch my tail too? Hey, I'm good. Thank you, though. Only because I know better. Puppet just jumped out. Oh no, it's Wriggle. Wriggle. I'm actually going to weaken you a little bit before I do this heal thread. That's good. Take some damage. NBD. Heal you up. And I'm going to have a new Wriggle unless you use it the other night. I would change over to Purple Smog, just for the barrier piercing sound effect. So good. Okay, now Wriggle is okay. Not really having any plans for her later in the game, so I'm just going to let her sit in there. But it feels good to get a new puppet regardless. Now, note that you can't actually cross the hedge. You have to take the water, which at this point would imply to a player that yes, you can go across the water if you get your Pokemon HM, Or in this case, just an actual movement ability of some sort. I'm not a puppeteer. You're letting such cute puppets fight? Unbelievable. She's pretty cute. Is he a puppeteer? The air around here is clean and I love it. You should take a rest too. But not actually offering a rest. Water's calm. You can tell we're starting to get closer to places. That's the Marion Temple up ahead. Master Hijiri treats both human and yokai equally. Master Hijiri is awesome. She's kind but strong and cool. So I think there's an item over here. Oh, nope, never mind. That was a trap. I remember now. We do have a few trap areas where there's nothing actually there. Yeah. I'm looking for puppets. Tomboy Azumi would like to battle. About Ben Ben. Okay, so I think this is the sound trio they're gonna send out. Poison isn't bad against sound, so I'll just poison and Krim. I'm pretty sure next is... Yep, we got Raiko. He is thunder and... or I should say, electric and sound. But not very good skill-wise at this point in the game, so nothing too concerned yet. Later on, sound enemies become difficult to deal with. And Yatsuhashi, I'll swap out for Aya just so she can get some good experience. Unfortunately, Kokoro's so low, she's going to have to miss out on the boost. So she would get shot. I'm not going to burn a healing item on that. Not worth my time. And this should crunch her. Thankfully, Aya is very, very good against sound types. Man, new skill for Aya. Hey, where'd you find your puppets? I want those puppets too. Well, Aya actually takes a little while to get. She appears, go figure, on a place called Yokai Mountain. Which wouldn't be a surprise to anyone who actually knows the lore of Touhou. So she gets Strike Shot. A normal attack with increased priority. Worth using now just, because it's another type of skill I can use. Now, not as strong damage-wise, so it may not come into play too much, but it's very solid. So max out an attack, we're gonna increase her speed. Why am I increasing her speed when it's already high? Well, later on we're gonna want to have as much speed on her as we can. Especially since I didn't get the speed mark, which would have been the other good mark to potentially get. Attack still being better in my opinion. But you'll see why. Now, I do have some lower puppets, but Myoran Temple has a nice healing area in it. So I'll shut up for a second and let you enjoy the nice sound. Good song. Watch out for the graveyard. Many yokai are competing to prey on the people visiting there. The yokai here look like they follow Byakuren, but I heard that they don't follow Buddhist precepts. In the end, yokai will be yokai, I suppose. Actually, hold on. Oh, nothing. Over here, anything? Nope. I'll go in here. No Akuda. Nothing to steal here. All these fancy doors that don't lead anywhere. But what you do have is, it says I'm currently absent. Please make yourself at home. Would you like to take a break? Absolutely. Good healing spot, which we'll be making multiple uses out of, I'm sure. One thing is this for sure, the game is very generous with its healing areas, which is good because you go through your health pretty quick at times. I want to work with everyone without bias like Master Hijiri. That's why I go here. Namu-san! Finding too much, but a curing charm. I'm not gonna worry about putting it on now, but it cures something. I forget what. Gate, haragate. I'm practicing choreography for the all-night sutra chant live. Wanna join me? There's We're gonna loop around back the other way first before we go there, because our direction is in the upper left. Before I talk to you. Look at that tease. Look at that item over there. Also, they're very, very beautiful. I think those are Lola's flowers they're depicting. It's a big bell. Dong. That was a little bit of a trap because they think, oh, you're just going to grab the obvious item and ignore the pots. Nah, check everything, friends. Buddhism precepts tell us not to have liquors or meats. Despite being told so, we still do anyway. We're yokai after all. Once, Master Byakuren Hijiri was sealed by humans. She wanted to make yokai and human equal, but she was treated like a demon that sided with yokai. Human, yokai, I wonder which side is good and which is evil. Now, we could go on. That leads to the graveyard. I don't think there's anything right here, I'll check. But this is a good opportunity to get a few decent puppets. My goodness, we are blessed with this great playthrough. Only a few tries for Kokoro, we get a Hijiri shot. Let's freaking go. As you can imagine, Hijiri is pretty solid. Let's see if I can get a cheeky seal thread. I can! Good. And she's gonna hurt me. Ooh, Skullbreaker. Fighting type, right? But thankfully, does not do much to poison. Poison doesn't do much there, but just straight damage is always good. Hijiri has joined the party. No. No nickname. Trying to think, who else do I want? You know what? I'm okay without getting too many others. I didn't expect to get her off the bat. So if you're familiar with the Touhou games, Touhou... Oh god, now I'm going to have to make sure I remember right. 12, I believe, is the one... I might be wrong, apologies if I am. I think it's Touhou 12 that has the characters from here, like Byakuren, etc. So... I'm going to swap out... Actually, hold on. Info. White mark is special defense. Okay, so... Tanky Byakuren is good Byakuren. You know what? I can make good use of that. I'm going to make her a tank. She's going to be a really freaking good tank, too. Because she's got some decent stats for HP is bad, but... We'll make some good use of that. Skullbreaker is just... Okay. I'm going to not info you. I'll move you to... Yeah, I'll swap you out. Sorry, Kusume. You just didn't make the cut. But Byakuren is actually really good. But, you know, a lot of areas, you know, not every area, but especially ones like this have ones where you can catch, you know, the expected puppets if you're familiar, like Cho or Nazarene or some of the others. Some of the other players is just have them randomly scattered, but usually if you normally find a character in that area, if you're familiar with you know, the areas like Kinsokyo, oftentimes you'll find those characters here. You know, I am actually going to do one or two more fights just to see, but I'll swap in Hijiri because she is very underleveled and now needs some boost. That's about right. And got good old Kyoko, which is actually from 13, not 12. But, it's all good. You know what? Fighting is bad against... Actually, sound is good against fighting. I'm gonna get her the hell out of here. And throw an Aya. I forget if she can do a sound type attack right now, but probably. She can tune. That raises her damage. Okay, so I'm gonna push Yang energy, chip her down. Not ideal. Actually, you know what? I'll do Strike Shot because that's boosted. Didn't kill her good. Strike Shot. Didn't affect Aya. Haha. No, it will affect you. Seal Thread. Wait, so Wind? What doesn't affect Wind? Oh, that must have been Earth type attack because Earth is the only thing that doesn't affect Wind. Right. Oh. Good game. Okay. Easy win. One more fight, see what I find. And then there's actually one or two in the next area I want to find, so it'll be a good opportunity. Each is pretty cool. Her design is awesome. Can I beat her? I'm gonna go with a soft maybe on that. But we're trying anyway. Critical hit's good enough for me. I should be able to get away from her attack before I use it. There's a forward thrust. Ooh. Okay, so maybe, oops, that was my hand hitting my table there. Let's go Kokoro. She can get some experience. And then we're gonna seal you. Maybe if I can, you know, heal them, might as well do so, right? Not gonna help your friend. Good game. Also, Kokoro's animations are top tier. Just the actual dancing that she does. I'll do one more fight. That way I get for one more level. For a level. You're dangerous. That's fine. I'll just give Kokoro a quick boost. It would have been probably better to do Aya just for speed. If she'll one-shot him. Oh! Oh, ow. Rude. Also, somehow Kokoro's outspeeding you. That's a bad sign for you. This Kokoro is about as fast as molasses. But that is your win. Good stuff. And never a bad thing to build up some PP points for later on. Especially on characters where I should really allocate their stats. I am still kind of deciding on some of my characters how I want to build them, but there's a few on here where there's temporary, so I'm not super huge. Like, usually he's probably going to, or more commonly Baccarin, he's probably going to be a long-term member of the party, probably till endgame. She's a really good tank. I didn't actually expect to get her, so that's a good win. You got the cemetery, which you might not think is a dangerous place. I'm kidding. Everyone thinks cemeteries are dangerous in video games. Oh my goodness. What is this luck? She's like a very rare drop. Or, not drop, but enemy. Okay, so we're gonna... what does that do again? What, defense boost? Oh, damage boost. No, yeah, it's defense boost. No, that's not good. And she's nether, so that won't do anything. Let's chip her down. Doesn't matter. Okay, so Mima is a pretty cool character. I've actually not used her in too many playthroughs, if ever, but I've wanted to, so probably gonna end up popping her in for a good spread attack damage dealer. Also, Mima is sweet as hell, so you know, we're gonna speed this up a little bit. You know what? Let's see if I can seal you. Even if it takes a couple, it'll be worth it rather than risking KOing you. That's not good. To be fair, I knew that was going to hit like a truck. I think that's a crit, but got him. That is a hell of a pickup. You know what, that is actually, I know it's probably bothersome to watch me go back and grab stuff all the time, but that is one of the characters I was also kind of interested in picking up. I'll plop Nazarene out. She's fulfilled her usefulness in the sun. I also want to start getting experience on her, so I'm going to fight a few more things to see what I can pick up. Definitely worth doing so. Okay. Review. I'm very curious. Green mark. He just never a bad thing? Not what I would like, but this gives me freedom of how I want to build her, because some evolutions may actually be physical attack based, So in this case, I'll have to kind of think about what my team needs at that point. Well, that's pretty good. Your stats are nothing to sneeze at in this case. E minus, E plus, D minus, C plus. Got the A plus defense, which is not useful. But I was gonna double check. I wasn't paying attention. So Mima is nether only, yeah. So she's one of the rare nether types. Not rare, but not nearly as common as some ghost types in other Pokemon games. And she stays nether for pretty much all of it. Get a battle in here. I'm a good Bake, aka Ghost. Ghost Tayoko with lipstick. And a good old Yomu. Well, Yomu is metal, so this is gonna rock. That was a bad pun. Wasn't even effective. Oh wait, that's right, she's another too. That's what I get. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. She's nether and steel, so what's good against steel? Well, Nazarene would have been good. Fighting is good against steel. Fire is good against steel. I have no way to really do any of those. And I don't have warp, so great damage it is. Oh, except wind is bad against steel. Man. Talk about countering my entire party at this point in time. Yeah, still damage. A lot of it. And that's the end of that battle. Defeated Tayoko. Or Taiko. And Hijiri got a level. I'm serious, I'm a good Bake. As long as you're serious about it, I guess. I keep expecting when I go in here to see one of these actually pop up with an item. Drives me nuts. Light hairpin. That, I know what it does, but I'm going to show off anyway. However, nether skills is boosted. I'm going to give that to Mima. But she is nether. Rainbow candy. That is effectively what you might expect, the rare candy. You know what, Mima? Go for it. Open Hiji, let's edit you. First skill. Light of origin? Oh, yes, please. Another is actually good against Nether. Ooh, play with me for a while. Karakasa Kogasa would like to battle. Without Kyoko. Who is sound? Nether is bad against sound. Thank goodness I'm playing myself today. Sound is neutral against that, but I don't want to deal with you, so I'm going to hop over to Aya and just crunch you. Okay, thanks, bye. And we're just going to feather shot you, and that'll wipe the game. Yeah, using your PP points for stat boosts this early on does do a lot for you. There we go. I'm going to keep you out anyway. Where'd you go? I hope you don't die in one shot. I would be very upset. You'll be fine. She's a tank. Famous last words. Kokoro, go. Now you should be nether type, right? Okay, so that does a lot of damage, but I'll be okay for one more hit. I'm gonna scatter beam you. I don't think, unless you're dark and I'm about to do a like crap damage on you. Oh no, Kokoro, no. I guess I deserve that. All right, Kane. Kane or Saja? Kane. Saja's probably not long from our party. She did her job. No matter what you are, this is gonna work really well. Light's good against dark and nether. As a reminder, I'm not playing with my guide in front of me really. Oh, didn't penetrate. What are you then? Like, how's you're not light? Maybe you're... Interesting. Let's try this then. But I missed. Oh, that worked. I could do the damage. Oh, duh, you're using water, so of course you're water type. You're an umbrella. Water is bad, or light is actually not good against water. I should have expected that. I think he's actually fearful? Because light would be good against dark and nether, so... Interesting. What? You should at least try to look surprised and make things interesting. Yeah, you're right. What do you think, Nina? Yeah, I agree. That was not a good battle. Could have been a critical hit though, but that was not a good battle. Might have had a chance if I didn't get crit. Let's see, before we call it quits for this time around, let's see what she can learn. You know, light is a great ability to learn. Let's do that. Cool. Alright friends, so I got some thoughts I'm going to need to make for my game here. So, let's go to the graveyard and we're going to cut it off right there. I'm going to have to start planning ahead of what I want some of my guys to turn into. Like PG, I already know what she's going to do, but maybe others like Mima, I get to decide what I want my playthrough like. So for now, I thank you so very much for watching, as usual. You all rock. I hope that you're having just as much fun as I do, because this is an amazing game. I love the Pokemon style games, but especially the ones where you get a lot of freedom later on. Right now it's railroaded, but you start to break the game open, especially once you start getting some of the movement items, and you can kind of do a lot of stuff, not out of order, but you can go a lot of side areas and secret areas, and really have some fun with that. So for now, thank you as always, and I will look forward to seeing you again on the next adventure.